Hello everybody, welcome to another movie review. This time we are reviewing Amores, perros 2000. This was an Academy Award nominee and Best Reviewed Film of the Year. This film, I saw it in 2015, gave it a rating of 4. Technique-wise, 2004's Crash is a rip-off of Amores, perros, which is also a rip-off of Pulp Fiction. Between the two, the style of Amores, perros resembles Crash's more closely. As Amores, perros is a drama anthology, there are 3 stories that would converge it to a single point, namely the car accident. Only one of the vignettes, which is Octavo y Susana, is worth watching and should have been the film. The other 2 are a waste of time to follow and ruin the film overall. My take on Amores, perros is that it's a movie about dumb characters who make stupid, idiotic decisions and continually embarrass themselves in spite of everything. There is a serious case of imbalance throughout the film that is more noticeable after spending so much time with Octavio and Susana. After telling the story of Daniel and Valeria, Alejandro Iñárritu pretty much loses his hold of his narrative and fails to make meaningful connection in the grand scheme of things. El Chivo y Maru is the worst, as it adds absolutely nothing to the story and can be therefore safely discarded. I've been constantly asking myself, so what's it all about and what do the stories have to do with each other? Perhaps the hidden answer is, it is all about tricks, especially in storytelling and editing. In any case, Amores, perros is an inferiorly directed picture. The cinematic elements are there, but in the sum of the parts that don't have anything to do with each other. In Daniel and Valeria, the couple should have went to the hardware store and bought some plywood to cover up the floor. It's obvious that they don't care about Richie, because if they did, they would have tried to get him out within the first few hours. But they lose credibility for expressing their solicitude for the dog by prolonging the appropriate course of action. They rescued him. After they rescued him, Richie appears to be fine and all healthy with no signs of rabies. It's a sign of manipulation, plus none of the neighbors seem to be bothered by the constant barking. A logical error in Octavio y Susana is the Rottweiler surviving the gunshot wound. After losing so much blood and getting no treatment for hours, there is absolutely no way that he is alive after all what has happened. The sight of the old man putting a band-aid on the wound area is both comical and insulting. So is the car accident involving the 3 independent set of characters that happen to have a dog. There's no way that Richie would have survived the car accident either. Although the cinematography isn't bad, the shaky camera is annoying for me to endure. There are so many close-ups, with some of them being too extreme. The reason why Gael Garcia Bernal has an extensive amount of close-ups is that he wants the world to know how pretty his green eyes are. He is an overrated actor who seems to have the knack of getting naked with some girl in every Mexican film I've seen with him in. Normally, I would let the dogfighting scenes go, however unconvincing they are, slide if they do add a certain meaning to the film that makes it great, but in this case they've been completely pointless. That's why Alejandro Iñárritu should have stuck with the Octavio and Susana as the main feature. All in all, although Octavio and Susana has a lot of potential, Amores, perros is a ridiculously long, pretentiously made melodrama that is about nothing, lacks common sense, and is chock full of logical errors. Thank you so much for listening to my review. I appreciate it. And please come back to see my other reviews. Thank you so much. Bye bye.